So do me a favor, and before you jump into this, go ahead and click on the hyperlink and read some more of that comparison so that you better understand what's going on here. You can hit pause and then come back to this afterwards. So you've done that by now. Let's think about the two. Herodotus is the older of the two. There's been no such thing as history up until this point, so he's got to work off some models of what writing is like up until that point. So what does he have to work off of? Well, he has the epics of people like Homer. Things that are designed to tell moral lessons that are situated within historical events of the past, but at the same time have a lot of problems with them, right? Problems that come from these having been oral traditions passed from one person to another, things that get exaggerated. So Herodotus is very much a literary work. He's trying to entertain people. He's writing for contemporary audiences. On the flip side, Thucydides, if you look closely, says that he is doing something that's kind of more like what a historian does today. He actually says, I'm going to provide you with a list of incontrovertible facts. And in doing so, he also says, Herodotus didn't give you facts. He told you things that have to be lies. And Thucydides calls Herodotus not the father of history, but the father of lies for that reason. He also says that he's writing not for contemporaries, but for future people to learn from his people's successes and mistakes. So whereas Herodotus is saying, you audience here, you can learn from this. This is proscriptive. Whereas Thucydides, on the other hand, is saying, I'm laying out the facts for you, and you can learn from them. He also tells you right off the bat, and you might get this from reading him, that he is going to be boring as all get out. The absence of romance in my history, he says, is going to detract from its interest. This is boring stuff, buckle up. But if it be judged useful by those who inquire for who inquire an exact knowledge of the past as an aid to understanding the future, well then my stuff's going to be good because you can learn what human nature's like. You can learn where we were successful and where we fell short so that you can implement better things in the future. Start with that. We're going to tease this out more later on in the week, but this is a good jumping off point to think about how these folks compare and how the discipline that you are in right now, history, gets shaped by these ancient Greek writers and two very different wars.